about you guys, but I love The Sims. I could literally sit down and play The Sims for like 6 hours straight. It is bad. I am addicted. I've been playing The Sims since I was like 8 years old. I've owned every single version of The Sims. Not every single expansion pack because that's a lot, but I love The Sims. So when Haley made this awesome tag video, I was like, I gotta do it. Her video is linked in the description box below, so go ahead and check out her original tag. This is The Sims book tag. So the first question of this awesome book tag that was just like made for me, I feel like, is the original Sims, the best author debut. Oh, the original Sims. Man, those graphics were terrible. Man, they were terrible. So bad. Anyways, but it was an awesome game and it sucked me in and I couldn't stop playing it, and I was like 8 years old and I was like obsessed with The Sims. So the best author debut in my opinion would have to be The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I thought this book was wonderful and spectacular. The writing in this book was so good. It was so full of so many touching moments and a love that like truly split the world. And the ending, I just cannot wait to read more from Emily Henry, because I think if this is how she starts off, like if this was her debut, watch out 5 books from now, because she's gonna be Queen Bey up in here. Just saying. The next question is the Grim Reaper, the saddest character death. So when you're playing The Sims, a lot of people like to kill their Sims. Like you could take the ladders out of the pool and then they drown to death, or you can like trap them in walls and then they just like starve to death. You can make them cook and they're like really bad at cooking and then like they'll burn to death. So you can kill your Sims, and sometimes it's really traumatic when you really don't want them to die and you've been working on this Sim and getting them up in their career and then they just die on you. The saddest character death, I am gonna have to go with the death in Second Chance Summer. So I don't want to spoil anyone, even though it's kind of obvious, but I don't want to put any spoilers. So I'm going to put a little Sim blob here, you know, the thing on The Sims. You can like fast forward it, and then when you don't see that anymore, that's when I'm not talking about spoilery stuff, okay? Got it? Does that make sense? Maybe? No? Okay? Yeah? Alright, spoiler time. The father's death in this book tore my heart out. It literally just ripped me to pieces. It made me just cry and cry and cry. And it wasn't because I didn't know it was coming. It wasn't because it was like some huge surprise. I mean, you basically know from the beginning of the book that the dad's gonna die at the end. That's why I don't really think this is a spoiler, but you know he's gonna die. You're waiting for him to die. The characters are waiting for him to die. But then he does. And that last scene with the stars and his daughter, and I just, it rocked me. Like, I don't remember crying with a character death as much as I cried for this book. I don't know. It just, woo! Spoilers over. So Sims getting stuck. A lot of times when you're playing The Sims, like, they don't know how to like walk around things. They just like will run into stuff and you're like, and then they'll be like, like move this chair, and it's like, no, just walk around it. What are you doing? So the next question is Sims getting stuck, a character that just got in the way. Freaking Umbridge. Go somewhere, Umbridge. Get out of here. Go. Bye. Why are you here? She pissed me off all the time. Every time she was in here, I hated Umbridge. Like, this book might be my least favorite book because of how much I hated Umbridge. I mean, it was a great character to have in here. Like, J.K. Rowling did good with her, but the writing, she did so good that I just hated her so much, and I hated it. So she definitely got in the way because she was just ridiculous. We have Simlish, a book with amazing writing. So if you play The Sims, you know that there is a language, Simlish, and it's so awesome and I love it. And like their music in the game is in Simlish and it's just so cool. So it's its own little language. So a book with amazing writing, and for that, I have to go with The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. Whoa. The writing in this, I have to read you a few passages from this book, because just a few quotes. All right, are you ready for some quotes? Okay. My soul sees its equal in you. All right, let's keep going. And he smiled a smile to shame the sun. Drop the mic. Beautiful. Like, the writing in that book was so good. Like, I was so wrapped up. I don't know. I don't think I've ever noticed like really beautiful writing before. Like, I have, but like I just remember reading it and knowing that I was reading something really special, something really good, and something that was really well done. Yes! Yes, Renee girl, okay. So the next question is about expansion packs. So we all know if you play The Sims, the expansion packs just make the game 10 times better. So this question is expansion packs, a series that just kept getting better as it went on. And for that, I'm not finished with this whole series, but I have to go with The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. The first book was kind of slow. Hard to get into, like 150 pages. I really wasn't into it until like 150 pages in. But I'm not done with Dream Thieves yet, but I'm already liking it, the beginning, a lot more than I liked the beginning of this. So I think that this is going to get better just with every book, I think. And that's what a lot of people say too, so I'm hoping they're right. The next one has to do with Sims romance. Everybody knows that you can get a Sim and two Sims together, and then 1 second they don't know each other, and then you just keep making them kiss each other and hug each other and talk to each other, and then they're engaged like 5 minutes later. So the next question is Sims romance. The worst case of insta love. And for that, I have to go with November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Now, in this book, insta love is actually addressed in this book. So I like to call the insta love in this book like meta insta love, because they're like making fun of insta love, and I think that was the author's purpose, was to like make fun of insta love, but say, no, this relationship, I know it's insta love, but this is different. This is like real love, even though it's insta. It still was a very good book. I enjoyed it very much, but they fell in love like that, like super fast. So this question is all about cheats. Oh, the cheats. Oh, the motherload code on The Sims that gives you 50,000 simoleons with the click of a button. Wish real life could be like that, because I'd be motherloading it up all day long. I want a new car. Motherload. Oh, down payment on a new house. Motherload. You know you're getting old when you say down payment on a new house and not like shopping spree, but motherload. So, cheats. A book that was entirely too unrealistic. Reconstructing Amelia by Kimberly McCrae. This story is about a mom who is trying to find answers after her daughter supposedly committed suicide. She doesn't think it was suicide, so she's trying to figure out what happens. The detective in this book, like, brings her along to question suspects. Like, what? That would never happen. It was such an integral part of this book, was her going along with the detective and like getting mad at the principal while the detective was questioning the principal of the school. And I'm like, in no way, shape, or form would that ever happen, ever. I think that Kimberly McCrae did that so that we could know what was going on in the investigation and everything, but I think it could have been done differently so that it wasn't so unrealistic, because it just pissed me off the whole time. The next one is about needs fulfillment. So we all know the Sims cannot take care of themselves. They will starve to death unless you tell them to eat something. They'll just piss themselves when they could easily get up and go to the freaking bathroom, but no, they stand there and wave their arms around like, oh, Wanaka too, I need to go pee. And they'll piss themselves unless you click the little bathroom for them to use the toilet. So this next question is about a character who made all the wrong decisions. I have to go with Rachel from The Girl on the Train. This main character, oh my god. First of all, she's an alcoholic and she's drunk all the time, so how can you expect her to make good choices? Because she's drunk the whole freaking time almost. She made some really fucking stupid choices, and I was like, get your life together, Rachel. Get it together. because I can't deal with this. You need to get it together. That's how I felt. Like everything she did and thought, and I'm just like, stop, stop. I just wanted to have an intervention for her. I just wanted to be like, Rachel, stop it. The next question is about error code 12. Error code 12. It's when you're playing The Sims and then the whole thing just freaking crashes and then you don't get to save your game and everything's lost and it just sucks really bad. So this next one is about a series that started off great and then just went downhill from here. This question is kind of hard because I feel like I've really enjoyed all the series that I've read. Like I really did. So I had a hard time picking a book for this that like started off really great and then just went downhill. So I'm gonna pick a series that I enjoyed but it was not great and then it just got even more crazy as it went on. Twilight Saga! Oh Lord. Twilight was not like some, you know, literary masterpiece, but you know, it was okay. You know, it had, you know, it was a good storyline, you know, it kept me going, you know, I was like, okay, all right, let's pick up the next book. This was okay. Then we had New Moon, where Edward or the Colons weren't even in this for like the majority of the whole freaking thing. And Jacob was there with his shirtless body like, oh, Bella, come to me. And I'm like, no, Jacob, go sit down. Go turn into a wolf somewhere else because I don't care. I mean, he was sexy in the movies, but that's besides the point, okay? After this book, I was like, oh, well, let's see what the next book is gonna come, what's gonna have. And this book was just like, okay, make her a vampire already. Just do it and get it over with, Edward. Stop being a little pansy about it. Just do it. I almost said a different word, but I stopped myself. And then we had Breaking Dawn, which was okay, but you know what? This whole thing should have just been one book. Just stop it, just make it one book. Take out the really crappy parts. Just make it like a 500-page book. I don't know. Just, I don't know. It just, but I'm not ragging on it too hard because let's be real. I read these in high school and I loved them. I was a Twihard fan and I went to all the movies. So I'm talking a lot of smack right now. A lot of smack, but low-key. That's what the kids say these days. That's their slang, like low-key, like secret. So low-key, I enjoyed the mess out of these books, but it's just the only thing that I could think of for that question. The next question has to deal with the Sims vortex. Now the Sims vortex is just this mysterious bubble that you just get sucked into and you can't escape it, and you're playing The Sims and the next thing you know, it's 12 hours later, you haven't brushed your teeth, you haven't combed your hair, you have bags under your eyes, and you're still staring at that screen. You haven't eaten all day, and all you care about is getting your Sim to the top of his career or building the coolest house on the block. That is The Sims Vortex. This question is all about a series that you just got so wrapped into. Raise your hands if you know what series I'm going to say. What am I going to say, guys? You know. Let's just zoom in over there. I'm not going to get it out of its beautiful box. I already got one book out. I'll just get this book out. This book will be representative of all the books. Harry Potter. Oh my God. Harry Potter. Every time I reread this, I'm still engrossed. I just, this series, and I just remember the first time reading it. Oh my God. Yes. 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 Yes, yes, yes. This book will always be my answer for anything like that. This series made me just love reading, and I was so wrapped up, and I just want to go to Hogwarts. The next question, the final question, is who do you tag? And for that, let's see, 1 second. Hey Kayla, do you play The Sims?
Sims? No.
Well, I guess I can't tag you in this video that I'm doing. Damn it, Kayla. Do you have The Sims in Canada? Well, I'm not tagging Kayla. I don't know who plays The Sims. Who plays The Sims? I hope more people play The Sims. But, so I guess I tag anyone who plays The Sims. Who, do you know? Do you play The Sims? If you play The Sims.
Sorry.
That was her. If you play The Sims, please do this tag. I want to hear what you have to say. If you don't make videos, leave a comment below and answer some of these questions. What books would you choose for these categories? Alright guys, this tag has been so much fun. I really hope you decide to do it. Or, yeah, don't do it. Whatever. Anywho, until next time, happy reading guys.